the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Miami Hurricanes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Catching up with the Fighting Irish head coach before the game. This is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Hurricanes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll bring it out. It's Mobley. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return.
Start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive. Get some momentum, quiet the crowd. Palmer, the exact opposite. On the road, and you make a big mistake early.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump. But that interception was like giving every single fan here in the stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The run inside. It's Fletcher. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Runs through a tackle. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. Throwing, Mensah. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Here come the Irish back on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Here's Carr to throw. Makes the grab. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. To the ground to try to pick up the first. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? He wants to change this route. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So after that false start, now dealing with 2nd and 15. Carr. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Walton. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Right back to the well. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And, man, that was a nice job by the tight end, finding the soft spot in the defense in the end zone on that TD.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. That drive covers 62 yards for the touchdown, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Got enough for the first. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play...
Caught, and he's got room. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the move, it's Fletcher. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The corners are walked up tight. Fires complete on the crosser. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Line getting set on second down. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. The short hands, it's Fletcher. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. It's complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Canes!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Mobley. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for room, it's Walton. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Back to the ground with the running back. Spins away from the defender. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Quarterback making checks. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
They want to run it left here. Might have a chance. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years, and the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
Throwing. Carr. Finds his man. It's Washington. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Running inside. It's Walton. Breaks the tackle. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're in the gun, 3rd down, here's Carr. It's complete, and he will score! Touchdown, Irish!
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this first half. Great execution.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So a drive there of 84 yards. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Got enough for the first. Speeding down the left side. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Miami. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And that is going to leave the head coach scratching his head. The final play of the first half, your opponent runs the ball, and you can't tackle him and get him down with all those bodies back playing prevent. That is a terrible job of defense. And to add insult to injury, you've now given up the lead.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Got his man. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, third and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Blasted as he lets it go. Snagged in the middle, it's Vaughn. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Canes are flying down the field. Picks up the first down. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs.
Touchdown, Hurricane! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Porter.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Play fake, Carr. Under fire. And he never had a chance. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Here's Carr to throw. Makes the grab. It's Walton. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Might be calling a hot route. Carr from the gun on third down. Release to the back. It's complete. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page, coming up with a big one.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Now on third down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Carr. Here comes the heat. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting the hammer down right now with the lead. The defense playing accordingly. Now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the fourth quarter.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of a game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here.
Turning on the Jets. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Back has it. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Canes. And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone, it's Porter. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Carr. The sure hands, it's Flanagan. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Quarterback empties his backfield. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off.
It's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. He is in! Takes the fumble to the house! Touchdown, Notre Dame!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Throwing, Carr unloads to the right. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Plucks it out of the air. There he goes. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that one.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making...
Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. Here's a throw downfield late.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Might be changing the route. 4th down, Carr takes a hit as he fires. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Rides the back. Moving toward the end zone. Ball out. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked